And we are live with day number 3 of the Executor playoffs. I'm live VIP, and it's early in the morning, and I literally just woke up. So I'm gonna need your strength in the chat, and with me, giving me that strength is the lovely, it's the beautiful. Welcome back, Darking.
Hello everyone, how are you? And I think I mess up my sound, so give me a minute.
Oh god. Oh god. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I put my second screen, but I didn't. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
What a great way to start. Oh god, but it's fine. We still have a little bit of time. We are still getting ready for our first series of the day. Did you cast with your new mic last week as well, Executor? Or I think so, right?
Okay, ready. I have fixed the problem, and
Nice.
by fix I mean I literally disconnected the second monitor.
Nice.
So yeah, no more chat reading for now.
What happened? By the way, how was your second monitor affecting your audio?
My second monitor has
Speakers.
what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, has speakers.
Oh.
So for some reason, I'm hearing the game audio on my headphones, but I'm hearing your voice on the speakers.
Interesting.
So I could probably fix it if I had more time that being live. But yeah, I just disconnected. Screw it. We'll do it another day.
Yeah. We're not doing it live, people. We're not doing it live. It's fine.
So yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Executor Day playoffs day number 3, 4. I don't remember.
Three.
I don't remember, but we have players. We have matches. We have some things to say about some of the players and some of the matches. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Just a couple of things.
Yes.
It's not a big deal or anything. It's not like we're about to find out who is still the best player in Brazil. I mean, it's not like we had an unprecedented showing at DreamHack last season where some crazy guy came as far as second, who had almost never done that in the past before. Obviously, like, mate, Erik has been popping off this year.
You just couldn't wait, right? You just couldn't wait to say it.
Look, I'm not saying that he's the best Zerg player in all of Latin America, because I'm pretty sure Yoda would kill me. But it's possible. Like, obviously, we think about Cham and how he underperformed at DreamHack, losing to Jim Rising and stuff like that. Like, it was heartbreaking, definitely. But at the same time, things kind of worked out in a way where Erik was able to just have the run of his life in DreamHack.
Yeah, he did, and now he has a chance to basically do it again. The question is, will he be able to? Will you be able to say that you still have the best Zerg in Latin America for like one more month, or is your dream going to die today?
Oh god, that's the thing, right? Because I think the qualifiers were announced like yesterday or a couple of days ago.
Yes, qualifier starts in the 21st, I want to say. But
yeah.
Since Erik has already qualified for the main DreamHack event, we won't see him play until the 28th.
Which is still pretty soon, like
1 month.
Yeah.
1 month.
Pretty much 1 month until DreamHack Masters fall. Like, it's so soon. And that's gonna make this even more interesting, right? Because obviously these players are gonna play as best as they can here in the Executor, but it's also gonna give them another, like, more insight on where they are right now, you know, like compared to DreamHack Summer, right? Like, and what they need to work on if they're going to try and go up against each other again in DreamHack Fall.
Yep, definitely, and especially for our first match light, which is we're going to have Kelazhur versus Erik to start with. What a matchup! This is like the Brazilian classic right now. Number 1 versus number 2 in Brazil. Usually we say Kelazhur number 1, but today we can still say Kelazhur is number 2.
Yeah, boy.
Best sign up of the year.
Oh god, can we still say that after today? Fingers as a CranKy Duckling, fingers crossed.
Look, even in the worst cases, in case we cannot say it again, these two players probably they're going to play each other again later on in the tournament. You will still have another chance.
Exactly.
Or maybe another chance to lose it. Who knows?
As a reminder to everyone, exclamation mark B in the chat, by the way, if you want to have a look at the bracket. It is, as Darking said, a double elimination bracket, so as you said, even if one player falls here, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to have a rematch later on in a week from now. So yeah, that's his most likely going to happen.
What do you mean a week?
Less than a week.
Yes. You don't know the schedule, right?
Yeah, I believe the next broadcast, if I'm not wrong, is supposed to be on Sunday, right?
No, mate.
No?
We have one tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow we're going to play the third and fourth place, and then the finals of the bracket. And then on Sunday we play the finals.
Yes, that is it. So things are ramping up here.
Indeed they are.
Oh yeah. So yeah, massive shout out to Cosmos and to, as I get his name, Paulo Canedo as well, for running the tournament, for making this happen. Yeah, it's really cool. Thankfully we did have a couple of weeks here before DreamHack started where we could fit this in.
Yes, I mean, it is logical to do it between DreamHack seasons. So otherwise, mate, you cannot do it during DreamHack season. It is impossible.
Yeah. I know a couple of guys who try La Espira with Desafiantes, mate. It can be sometimes very intense trying to schedule everything quickly just because you have like a couple of day window to do it, right?
Yes. Speaking of Desafiantes, now that the schedule for the next season of DreamHack is out, we also have the date for Desafiantes, mate.
Ooh, what day is that?
Yes, please everyone, keep your calendars open for Tuesday, July 27.
Oh, okay.
That is going to be Desafiantes Fall 2021.
Okay. I was about to say, yo, is that not running over ESL Americas? And then I realized that's Wednesday for us. That's Wednesday. So yes. It's gonna be an intense week once again. Less than a month away. But also, before we get too ahead of ourselves as well, we've been talking a lot about Kelazhur and Erik, but you know what? They aren't the only players that we're going to be casting today.
Correct. After Kelazhur and Erik, we have 2 more matches in the lower bracket. So, loser is out and the winner moves to the next round. And after the first TBC, we're going to have a second TBC. And one that I think, look, Kelazhur and Erik are great. But I gotta say, I always get excited when I see Terran versus the Zerglord.
Exactly. And it's going to be very different as well. Like, I'm so used, we've casted the Zerglord versus Terran before, and it was last year, and honestly it was a lot of fun. It was in a different map pool, a different time, a different era. Like right now, both Terran and the Zerglord are at the best they've ever been, right? We talk about how solid the Zerglord has been in these weekly tournaments in Sentimiento Latino, in Copa Hyperion. On top of that, Terran has been performing so well, even making it all the way to DreamHack, making it to the group stage, and yeah, like they're both like in top form right now.
Shout out to Neo Shaggy in the chat who says, ¿Qué hace ahí el Darking? What am I doing here? And the answer is, I don't know. I have no idea. I still have no idea.
Oh god. I mean, look, that king, you may have heard him cast in Spanish, you know, a couple of days ago with Demon's Fault, but today he's casting in English, mate. He's here.
Yes, I'm a man of multiple talents.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat, you know. Supremo, Neo Shaggy, for sure. Fernando is showing up as well. It's good to see everyone. Good to see everyone.
Yeah, good to see everyone here. You know, the regulars. Please share the stream. The more viewers, the better. Yeah. Anyhow, we're talking about our second match, the Cellular versus Terran, which is going to be match number 2 today. And to end the day, we're going to end with a PvP, mate. Your favorite matchup.
It's mate, it's gonna be a bloodbath, mate. It's gonna be it's gonna be terrifying. PvP Shakti versus Turkey Dano. I don't know how that's going to go. It could it's regardless of how it goes, it's gonna be a fast series. It's gonna be over in like 15 minutes. The whole best of 5. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yes, 100%. We don't know who's going to win. We do know he's going to end very soon, very fast.
Yes. Oh boy. Meanwhile, thank you so much. Shout out to Fernando for subscribing 9 months in a row. Oh my god, mate! Congratulations on the baby.
Wait, did you say baby? What?
It's 9 months, mate.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I was waiting for you to react to that. Oh god.
The little gun in my head didn't run fast enough to get it.
Oh god. Oh good. Aye. But yeah, we're just getting ready. It looks like interesting. Very odd choice here. It looks like the players agreed to play on US Central, which I thought would be worse for both players, but apparently not.
US Central, both players agreed. Sure. If you are both okay, go for it. If they told me we're gonna play in Singapore, sure, go ahead. Know yourself out.
Yeah, pretty interesting here. Apparently Kelazhur has better ping to Central than to US East, and apparently Erik, his ping to US East and US Central is the same, pretty much. So yeah, they agreed for some better conditions here. Also, this is something that I just realized. This is the first time that we're casting Kelazhur live. Usually he submits, or his series are done by replays.
Mate, this match is so important to be cast on replays.
Exactly.
You know, if Kelazhur told you he was going to play in the middle of the night, mate, you would have woken up.
I would have. It makes a lot of sense, right? You know, we're here, we're in the playoffs, we're almost there, we're almost in the upper bracket finals.
Mate, this is the upper bracket finals.
We're here in the upper bracket final. We're almost at the grand finals is what I meant to say.
Maybe, probably.
Look, mate, I woke up half an hour ago, okay? I was panicking. I thought the tournament started an hour from now. You told me that it starts at ESL America's time. That was a lie. I was lied to. But we're here.
Go on. I leave you your player first, like.
Let's go, because spawning in the bottom left hand corner of 2000 atmospheres LE, we have the CranKy Duckling himself, the best player in all of Brazil. It is Erik.
And spawning in the other side of the map, in the top right-hand corner, we have the dark horse of this matchup. The Terran player, all the way from the Netherlands, is Kelazhur. I cannot believe I just say dark horse and Kelazhur in the same sentence. But it happened.
Oh god. Of course. We have been hamming it up a little bit, but like the series between Erik versus Kelazhur was so close in DreamHack. Like it very easily could have gone either way. I think what's important is that both players have had some time to reflect on it. Obviously, we talk about this all the time, especially in this matchup. Erik, he does play a lot with roaches, and maybe that was something that Kelazhur wasn't expecting too much. Now he should be a little bit better prepared here, coming into Executor.
We'll see. We'll see. He has had a month since they two played in DreamHack. So it's a good month to prepare versus Erik, and we'll see if Kelazhur can take his title back.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it's honestly pretty important for him to have studied Erik a little bit, not just for this series, but also for the next season in DreamHack, right? Like Erik, he is some of his biggest competition in his own respective region. So yeah, we'll see if he's gonna be prepared here. So far, openers are looking pretty standard. Nothing too crazy for now. Erik being a little bit cheeky, splitting up his links, sending them out.
What, is he going to send them, or is he going to try to catch the Reaper? No, he's just going to try to send them to the other side of the map. I think he wants to delay that CC. That very important CC. And meanwhile, Kelazhur Reaper just hanging out, seeing how many settlings pop out of the hatchery. Nothing more. He doesn't even try to jump into the base.
Yeah, he's just kind of testing the waters. He did see that there were only 2 lings, and the 2 lings of Erik get here just in time, and it looks like, oh, can they delay it? No, they cannot.
Man, what the RNG on that SCV to go to the other side of the constructed building to save himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes God smiles on you, and he saves one SCV.
Oh god. I mean, to be fair, you would say that Kelazhur needs all the help he can get, right? He needs God on his side here.
Meanwhile, mate, Erik is going ham with a bunch of settlings to the other side of the map. He ignored the Reaper completely and just went straight ahead.
Yeah, Link Speed just finished off the wall. Is a wall though. There are no SCVs here on the low ground. So Kelazhur, he was ready for this. Obviously, he saw the links coming across the map, so he was already prepared, but forcing a lot of lost mining time.
Yes, Kelazhur will not be able to use this base for a little while, at least until the Hellions pop out. Which they're about to, so Erik wisely just back off. He doesn't want to lose the settlings without any issue, and nice for Kelazhur to kill that drone and delay the tilt base even more.
Yeah, both players being really annoying, right? Like, Erik, sure, he delayed the natural, but at the same time, Erik is still on 2 bases. Like, his third is so late.
Rigo made 4 minutes, pretty standard, right?
Very standard Kappa. The other thing that's very interesting, Burrow just finished. Like, what is the plan here for Erik going for Burrow this quickly? Because of how fast it was, Kelazhur did see it researching, but typically it's had a decent time for pneumatized carapace. So maybe that's what he thinks it is. At the same time, I think he saw a glimpse of the Overlord, so maybe he knows that Burrow is done.
If I had to guess, I think Erik is just going to use Burrow defensively to save units from whatever push Kelazhur is doing, which right now is a bunch of Hellions.
Yeah, exactly. The Hellions so far, he hasn't gone into the natural base. There are plenty of Lings waiting for those Hellions to commit, but they did get a creep tumor, and it looks like they will be pushed away for now.
Nice micro by Kelazhur. He lost Serio Hellion so far, and behind that, mate, Kelazhur is going for one of my favorite openings in TBC, Battle Cruisers.
Yes, he did go for a bit of a delayed 1-1-1. It was a faster 3rd TC, but he is still going for those BCs, and Erik hasn't gone in yet. Oh, he does reveal his Burrow. If Kelazhur was looking as interesting use of it. That's
nice. Targeting the best ping geyser to target the settlings that are underground. Even though you cannot see invisible units without revealing themselves, you can actually damage them with your Hellions.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another added bonus of these Hellions, is that they do have that AoE damage. So Ling Burrow not really working at all here for Erik. I'm actually going for a bit of a Bane bust. Hellions go across the map, so does the BC. The Hellions are going to be pushed away, but there aren't that many queens here.
Yeah, mate. I'm not sure if Erik has enough anti-air, mate. I'm gonna be honest. He has what, 3 queens, 4 queens? Where are the Bailings?
Yeah, exactly. The Baileys, they need to bust through that wall. They were coming back home. A bit of an all-army hockey there. Meanwhile, the Queens are trying to do the best they can to defend against the BC. The Baileys are finally here.
They breached the wall, mate. The question is, will they do enough damage? Because sure, there are Bailings and this here, but there are not many units for Erik, to be honest.
Exactly.
He may be able to kill some SCVs, but with the Hellions incoming, I think Kelazhur can defend.
Exactly. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, all the Hellions have finally been cleaned up. Ooh, that BC was actually sitting in spore range for a while. So the BC took a lot of damage. And at the end of the day, they both kill equal workers.
Yeah, they kill equal workers, right? But the aggression is not stopping for either of these players. Erik is sending more Sterlings to their death. Meanwhile, the battle cruiser of Kelazhur is still alive.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, bit of a smacker there. A couple of units were borrowed, but not all of the drones. Only a handful of them. And it looks like the spore is gonna go down. Oh no, drone, please!
Erik trying to do more damage with those Sterlings, but I think at the end of the day, this has been a better trade for Kelazhur.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like
34 workers for Erik, 50 for Kelazhur, mate. You as a third player never want to be behind.
And on top of that, BC comes into the main base, and I think that's going to be it. If you look at the units lost, Kelazhur didn't just kill all those drones. 7 queens have already gone down. Like, that's such a massive mineral investment here. Erik, he does have a 4th base, so he has a lot of lava to work with, but he has a long way to go to catch up.
Yeah, Kelazhur did a really good damage. It caught Erik completely off guard. He was at all not ready for battle cruisers, mate. I think he was expecting more of a Marine Hellbats push. And yeah, once the battle cruiser show up, Erik just didn't have enough. And yeah, good for Kelazhur. He did tons of damage, and the game goes on. Now Erik is behind. Let's see how he's able to catch up.
Exactly. Kelazhur finally landing his 3rd base. Erik is getting ready for a run by. Oh, and I just realized this is rough. It's something that you can do off of a 1-1-1 opening with BCs. Kelazhur is going into mech here, and if he was going into bio, then maybe Erik could come back from this, but Erik, he needs to kind of tech up in a very different direction if he wants to deal with mech. Interesting choice. He's going for Mutas.
Look, I don't think mech is the problem here. Erik has Neo to practice with, so we're safe on there. We're safe.
Very true, very true. I mean, but again, Neo doesn't necessarily play a lot with BCs, and the BCs are coming back across the map. Are there enough queens to even deal with 3 BCs? I don't think there are, mate.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. The good thing, at least, the Spire is about to be done, so Corruptors could be created anytime soon. Here come the BCs, mates. BCs for one side, Hellions are on the other as well. Blue Flame is done for the Hellions as well, so...
Yeah, all the queens go down. GG gets called. It was too much from those BCs, and Kelazhur takes game 1.
Nice job by Kelazhur. I think it all came down to that Erik did not scout the BC.
Yeah.
He didn't see at all. I don't think he sent an Overlord inside Kelazhur's base all game, which is like something pretty unusual that Zerg usually do.
Yeah, he didn't at all, and I think that just goes to show that Erik didn't necessarily intend for the game to go on too long. Like, he was looking for a very, very, like, aggressive opening with that Baneling bust, as well as Burrow on top of that. Like, that was a very aggressive start from Erik, and he was cutting a lot of corners. He was rolling the dice. He was hoping it was a Banshee opening, or you know, as you were saying, more of a bio-committed push. Was unlucky that he was up against BCs out of everything, right?
100% agree. He only had like 3 queens and 0 spores, so yeah, it was a rough build order for Erik. But that's okay. This is a best of 5. Erik still has a lot of room to work with. So yeah, game number 2. Let's see how he does.
Exactly. Kelazhur, a nice lead here. Also, I do apologize. I probably should have set up predictions for our first series, but I wasn't able to do it in time. I will do it.
Like, were you not able, or were you not wanting to bet on your boy?
As a moderator, I cannot bet. I'll have you know, I cannot bet on these predictions. But we'll set them up for the lower bracket. We'll set them up for the elimination rounds. 100%. I will just ask the people in the chat to remind me when that happens.
Wait. No, mate. You cannot put the responsibility on the chat, mate. You gotta be a grown up and have your own decisions.
Oh god, I'll try and remember by the time we get around to it. I'll definitely try. Also shout out to, there's a couple of people in the chat that I haven't seen for a while. Hanet the Bird, yo, it's been a long time since I've seen you in the chat here. To be fair, we have been a little bit less active. A lot of that is due to the fact that we haven't been able to cast things like Battle of the Americas or Sentimental Latino as consistently, but it's coming back. It's coming back at some point.
Punara Light VIP, who is now a famous Australia's caster, and he's very requested.
yeah. ANZ Champs has been taking up a lot of my time, unfortunately. But this weekend, I'll be back with Copa Hyperion, so we'll be able to cast that.
Cool.
Translate. Darky.
He's asking if they hear Cosmos.
Oh.
Because look, I think you have not watched Cosmos stream, right?
I have not, but he did notify me of a new update he has for his stream, a new feature. I should say.
Yes. Do you know what it is?
Yes. So Cosmos, he actually offered if I would want to set it up for this stream as well, but it's a little bit short notice. He told me just as we were going live. It's like, mate, so we don't have the overlay set up, but Cosmos is featuring some player cams.
This is now a professional tournament light. Once you have player cams, you know you cannot go even higher. You have reached the peak.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm not sure because I'm not watching the stream. I don't know if he just has them in between matches or if he has them as they're playing as well for their reactions. I imagine he probably does. But yeah,
I can check out. I have my cell phone right with me. I can open his stream and see what he's streaming. Let's see, Twitch, Cosmos SC2. Yeah, it is also live during the game.
Nice.
So yeah, unfortunately today we don't have them. I don't know if Light maybe can do it for tomorrow. Question mark?
Oh, that's a good. We'll try. Oh god! But speaking of trying, here we have a player right here currently down in this series after a very explosive game one. We have the CranKy Duckling himself, the best player in all of Brazil, at least according to DreamHack Summer. He is Erik.
And spawning as the second player in the top left-hand corner of the map, the player currently up 1-0, trying to reclaim his title. It is Kelazhur. So, mate, before this game got any further, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
A very important question for you.
Oh.
Did you have breathhacks?
God no.
Come on, mate. Look, you're here cheating for your player, but your player needs you at 100%. And if you hadn't eaten anything, mate, you're not at 100%.
I said it at the start of the broadcast. I woke up today like 13 minutes before the hour, and I looked over and Kuro was messaging me, and it's like, yo, the tournament's about to start, and I'm like, what? Like, it's in an hour, isn't it? And I check and no, it was not. So I was like, I quickly got out of bed, you know, I quickly like got some water, turned on my PC, got the stream ready, and just went live, mate. Here we go.
Funara Light VIP, everyone. This is why you need to double check before going to bed.
I do. To be fair, I also did stay up pretty late playing Final Fantasy, so I also didn't get much sleep.
More Funara Light VIP. I could have forgiven you if you started StarCraft, mate, but no, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I was live with my stream. I think I only got like 4 hours of sleep. And today's a big day as well. It's fine. Of course, we're casting Executor right now, and then in the evening we are also going to be live with Grand Platypus Open with Yaku. So day full of StarCraft today.
Yes, I wish I could play that.
Mate, all you got to do is come down to Australia and live here, mate. That's all you got to do.
How long do I have to stay to play?
That's a good question.
Can I just be like be there in the afternoon, play at night, and leave tomorrow, or something like that?
That's a good question. That's a good. We've never been in that scenario before.
Does it have to be Australia? Can I be on other parts of Oceania? What if I play from Tonga?
Ooh.
Or from New Zealand?
No,
from Hawaii?
That would work. Hawaii, I don't believe would work. But Tonga or Samoa, New Zealand, yeah, that'd be fine. Fiji.
Perfect. So yeah, mate. Coming back to this game, Erik again with the sneaky Zerglings going for some damage, and he's going to enter the base.
Oh yeah, this time with 4 lings, not 2, so these will actually deal a little bit more damage. Speed just kicked in. It looks like this will be cleaned up, but you know, some nice damage already. Oh my god, he's not stopping.
Yeah. A little bit of lost binding time, 1 SCV kill, he got a scout in the base, and made more Zerglings are coming in.
Yeah, exactly. Another SCV is going to go down. More lost mining time. This time, Kelazhur did not delay the 3rd base of Erik. It is already done. It is already on location. So a much better start here from Erik.
Yes, and Erik, I think he doesn't want to stop, mate, because a Roach Warren is on the way.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the Erik we know and love. Like, there's a reason why we didn't see Ling Bane in game number 1, and now in game number 2 he is going for those roaches. This is something he's a lot more comfortable with. We are on the romanticide. We didn't get to talk too much about it, but you know, on a map like this, I'm sure he may want to look to go into a later game. The roach horn isn't hidden or anything. What's scary, mate? Kelazhur, he's doing it again.
And again, look, if it worked on game number 1, why should you fix something that is not broken?
The Terran's broken, mate. What are you on about? What are you...
Look, I don't want to hear that from the Zerg player, okay?
This is scary though, because if we quickly look at the units, there are 5 queens on the map. 5 queens that can deal with 1 BC, but only if they are all together. And the fusion core just finished up. We are still waiting for that BC though.
Yeah, again, Erik has no idea about the fusion core. He has not sent an overlord in to check out. And I think he's going to be caught by surprise, mate. No Hydra Den, no Spire, not even Spores on the bases.
Yeah, exactly. He's not ready at all. Again, he's working with very limited information. He does see all of these Hellions, so he knows it's a 1-1-1 opening, which is why it's so risky that he's not making any more queens here. He will be able to defend against these Hellions with the roaches. Nice start, right? He's got a couple of queens. He can deal with 1 BC. Gets in with the lings, but he doesn't get into the main. Oh.
The Hellion got caught.
Get in, puppy, get in.
He got in and then out. Oh man, if only he could have picked one of those Zerglings to go more into the base and see the VC being built. I mean, he did saw the Starpork and the Telegraph, and seeing how he has not seen a Banshee yet, which, you know, Banshee usually do not take as long as a BC. So he's probably like cautious, and I can tell because he's building more queens already.
Yes, he already threw down the spores as well, so he knows, or he should know, it's a BC opening, or at least, you know, maybe even delayed Banshees, right? So he is getting ready for them, so it's not going to straight up kill him. Meanwhile, BC does get into the natural base. Ooh, already getting 5-6 drones.
6 drone kills already. How many more will he get? One, two more, 9 drones, 9 drones. Meanwhile, Erik on the other side of the map with a settling run by. He's doing some damage, but definitely not as much as Kelazhur is doing.
Yeah, and this is what's dangerous about this. This is almost like a ZvP when Void Rays come across the map and your fourth base is so exposed, and Erik, he's gonna be forced to cancel here. He sends his queens over, but mate, cancel, puppy, don't do it! Mate.
See, mate, this is the only way Terran can do it. We have to mimic Protoss now.
Basically Protoss at this point. Meanwhile, roaches do come across the map, and they are going to deal some damage here, but all it takes is one BC to clean all of this up. Meanwhile, Erik, that was a kill, not a cancel on his fourth base. Aye. At this point, Erik, he needs to do something drastic, maybe even double expand. Meanwhile, Lings, they get into the natural.
Erik is doing an okay damage with all these settling run bys, but it's still not enough to be on toe-toe with Kelazhur.
Yeah, not yet anyway, as a couple more workers go down. Still lost mining time. As you said, Kelazhur still has the worker lead here, but it's good that Erik was able to do something to try and stop it. You know, again, lost mining time, there's a bunch of SCVs repairing, they were forced off the line earlier. What I'm concerned about is that BC count, it's getting higher. Kelazhur is going back into mech, and Erik, he needs a fourth base up and running. He needs a fifth up and like he needs to work on his economy a little bit.
Yeah, look at the bright highlight. He's not ahead, but he's definitely not as behind as he was in game number 1.
Oh yeah.
So he can still hold. The Spire is now done. Mutalists are half started. So I think Erik can still survive this. Can still survive it and turn it around.
He definitely can, but 2 BCs are coming across the map. Queens are ready. They have plenty of energy for transfuse. We'll see how good the micro is. Oh, but the Yamatos come in.
Insta-kill on 2 queens.
Yeah.
And now he's targeting drones.
He is targeting drones. He's targeting the queens as well. The mutants finally come out, but they're not really responding. Erik, he's too distracted by the Hellions. And they finally turn around. One of the BCs goes down.
So 4 drones and 2 queens. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. Could have been a lot worse. And now Erik has a lot of Mutalists. And honestly, Kelazhur does not have many much anti-air. Like he has a few BCs, and that's basically it.
Yeah, exactly. But BCs are pretty good, mate. The missile turrets just finish up in time, so the mutants, they can't really dive in and deal too much more damage. But they got a tank, and they are keeping Kelazhur at home.
Yes. This is going to give Erik exactly the time he needs to saturate his 4 base, and Hydras are on the way with the Widow Mines. Okay, one Widow Mine got the other did pop off. A little bit of damage, but the Mutalists are alive, and they're going to deny this 4 base for now.
Oh yeah,
he's going to focus it.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's going to focus on the base. He's going to focus.
He's trying to focus down, and he does get it just barely in time. He's going to lose a couple of mutants for it, but well worth it.
So yeah, meanwhile, made more Mutalists are on the way. 9 more Mutalists. We're going to have a grand total of more than 20 mates. We're going to have more than 20 Mutalists in just a few seconds. So yeah, we're slowly going into the apocalypse now.
Exactly, we are. But I want to commend Kelazhur here. He's not afraid to switch up his tech, and he switched immediately into Widow Mines. That's not the response that I would expect from a meching player. I would expect Cyclones or Thors, but going into Widow Mines like this, I honestly, I really like it, just because we see, if you're not paying attention for one moment, Widow Mines can absolutely destroy mutas.
Speaking of destroying mutas, here come the Mutalists, but that's a lot of Mutalists. Make damage with the mutas if the BCs can handle it.
Oof. Exactly, 1 BC just barely able to escape. There were even a couple of Widow Mines behind the BCs to help support them. Meanwhile, Baneling run by, but it gets denied.
Yeah, there was one lonely Widow Mine there protecting the base, and he got a lot of Banelings.
Exactly, and Erik, he dips in, but he gets met by a bunch of Cyclones. Again, Kelazhur taking the anti-air very seriously here, not just with all these Cyclones, but with all these Widow Mines.
A run by of Zerglings, nice, 12 workers there went down. Mostly with that friendly fire from the tanks, I think.
I was gonna say the same thing. Very surprised there. I mean, I guess Erik was thankful that all those tanks were set up for all that friendly fire. Meanwhile, the BCs, they are coming across the map. Oh, there aren't any queens here at the 4th base, but Corruptors pop out just in time.
Man, Kelazhur is so good at saving these VCs. I don't think he has lost a single VC the whole game.
Mate, it's disgusting, mate.
And the numbers are starting to pile up, mate. There are currently 5 VCs out.
Oh my, look at this. It's got 2 HP, mate. 2 HP on this VC, and he just got out alive. And you are 100% correct here. Checking the units lost tab, 0 BCs have gone down this game. They have slowly been accumulating over time, and this is becoming a problem here.
Yeah, it is, mate. Like 1 VC, it's annoying, but you can deal with it. 5 VCs, mate, that's really dangerous.
It really is. Oh god. Meanwhile, Mutas come back in. They want to snipe another CC. They got one earlier, but the Cyclones come in just in time. A lot of Mutas go down.
Kelazhur's macro has been on point, mate. 196 supply versus Erik 160. That's a lot of Cyclones, mate. Like that Mutas are going to disappear like dust.
Yeah, exactly. Erik.
Luckily for Erik is not banking everything on Mutalis. He has now Hydra Den. He's now finishing the Lurker Den as well. So he's going to switch tech to Lurker pretty soon.
Yeah, it's a very interesting choice that he is starting to switch tech here. I mean, it takes a long time for that to happen. He is trying to do it. Meanwhile, finally, one of the BCs goes down. It looks like another will as well, being a little bit greedy with those Yamatos. It looks like Kelazhur, he wants to finally throw away his BCs.
Yeah, 2 VCs went down. The tier barely got saved, but wow, that's a lot of selling here going after the army.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of the Cyclones were caught out. A very nice trade there for Erik. To be fair, Kelazhur, he was actually maxed out when he pushed out, so I'm sure he wanted to get rid of some supply. He wants to refine his army a little bit more. Very interesting choice. Again, he's still doubling down on the anti-air. I don't think he's really expecting or anticipating a switch into Lurkers.
Yeah, mate. By the way, Kelazhur again saved the VCs with 12 and 10 hit points.
Yeah. he was just barely able to keep him alive. Thankfully, the BC count isn't as large as it was before, so it's a little bit more manageable here for Erik as he is switching into those corruptors and those lurkers.
Not a cancel, it was a complete destroy, so there goes more mineral for Erik, and nice, he's going to trap these Cyclones.
Yeah, he gets the Cyclones, he's going to get the Hellions as well, but not before the Hellions get into the 4th base and just eviscerate the mineral line. 16 drones go down, oh my god.
Yes, and more importantly, now finally Kelazhur has seen the lurkers. And immediately he's switching to tanks.
Yeah. Nicely done there by Kelazhur. But it took a long time, as you said, and you know what? Seismic Signs is about to finish up. The lurkers, they are already here, mate.
Yeah, lurkers are here. This CC is 100% going down. And at the moment, mate, Kelazhur does not have a lot to fight this. Another base is quickly going down, mate. That's a lot of damage that Erik is doing.
Yeah, exactly. That planetary did not survive for long, mate. It only took a couple of seconds and it immediately went down. And now so will all of the workers. Meanwhile, the BCs are coming in and there's not much anti-air. All these corruptors are going to go down and it's only going to take a couple of scans. The lurkers, they are forced to scuttle away from those BCs.
Yeah, I think Erik underestimated a little how much firepower Kelazhur had for anti-air, and all that corruptors immediately vanished. 11 corruptors more are being built at the moment, and he's going for also the tech for the what's the word I'm looking for? The spellcaster for the Zerg.
Yes, infestors are going to be on the way. Pathogen glands just finished up. Looks like the BCs will be pushed away. Thankfully, you know, the Vipers are a little bit in the back line, so they don't get sniped or anything crazy like that. But I love this from Erik, right? Like, he is refining his army beautifully here, finally incorporating those spellcasters, as you were saying. But at the same time, Kelazhur just goes across the map with a handful of Hellions and 14 drones go down.
How the hell does he accomplish that? Whenever I send Hellions, they just die without killing anything.
Exactly, it's crazy. Even last time, there were 3 spores here. The Hellions didn't even care. Unfortunately, this base was even more exposed. It wasn't much of a ground army. The Lings finally came out, but again, Kelazhur was doing so well just staying in this game, despite taking all that damage.
Kelazhur finally taking that base again. Let's see how long he survives, if he's going to be a sniper again, because he's a big force for Erik.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm worried about is earlier, Erik was able to catch Kelazhur before he knew that lurkers were on the way. Now there are so many tanks, but the tanks are on siege.
Oh, he's going straight over the tanks, mate. He doesn't care about the firepower that these units have. He kills a couple of doors, he kills a couple of tanks, he forces the CC to lift. But he needs to be careful. He has lost all the Sterlings and all the Roaches that he has for tanking that extra damage.
Definitely. Meanwhile, is he going to get the CC? It looks like he will get the CC in the end. Well worth it there. He is going to lose a couple of lurkers as he retreats. Ooh, a couple of these corruptors as well. He actually turns around. He wants to fight the BCs.
Oh, two BCs fall down finally. Erik finally is going to win an aerial battle here, mate.
Yeah, we were praising Kelazhur's anti-air earlier, but you know what? Like, all the Thors are gone, the Cyclones, there's only one Thor left, the Widowmines from earlier, like, Kelazhur, he tunnel visioned a little bit too much on the tank production, and he suffered as a result. Oh my god.
Sterling is coming here to take care of the tanks. I think this is Erik just trying to make a little bit of trade and bring a little bit of supply. So, yeah, mate. What a game. What a game we are watching.
What a game. Unfortunately, Erik doesn't have a massive bank. A lot of that is because he kept having to replace the drones that he was losing earlier because of those run-bys. The other thing that I was expecting, and I'm shocked, we have more lurkers on the way. I thought we were going to see Broodlords. It would be a perfect time for Broodlords, just because we were pointing out how the anti-air was lacking a little bit for Kelazhur, so going into that kind of switch would be amazing. Unfortunately, I don't believe yet there's no Greater Spire.
A little cute by Erik trying here to snipe a base, but there's enough turrets here to distract them. And mate, now 4 BCs. How the hell is Kelazhur keep losing BCs and then still having more?
Exactly. Oh no, the Vipers!
BCs are not pretty cheap.
Oh, the Vipers, please, 2 go down for free. They had so much energy. Those corruptors were so out of position. Finally, they come back to deal with the BCs, but they flew over. They did not teleport, so they can just teleport safely home. Aye. A lot of damage done here.
He's going to save those BCs. 4 BCs went in, 4 BCs went out.
Yeah, exactly. They are going to be repaired. More importantly, Kelazhur, he's finally reestablishing this base here at, I guess, his 6th base at this point. It took a long time. He lost it twice, but now it's finally up and running. And because of his mech, like, he's slowly, like, turtling up, establishing his bases. And it's going to be so hard for Erik to break this, especially after losing his Vipers earlier.
You know what they say, mate? Tears turn to charm.
Exactly. And I'm so concerned because, again, we still don't have a Greater Spire. He's doubling down. He's going for neural parasite. Oh my god. He doesn't even have any infestors.
look, you gotta be ready for whatever you're going to happen.
Get a Greater Spire. Oh god. Meanwhile, Kelazhur, again, he's just establishing this area of the map. He's getting more CCs. Oh my god, all the upgrades are on the way. Every single upgrade, by the way. We even have Hyperflight rotors. Jesus Christ.
Are we going to see Banshee, or does Kelazhur just have extra money lying around?
I think he has extra money, mate. He doesn't even care at this point. Yamato's, oh my god, 3, 4, almost 5 lurkers go down for free. Base goes down as well, as it was injured earlier. And sure, the corruptors come in, but mate, you can just blink away.
Yeah, I love it. As soon as Kelazhur saw the infestors, he was like, no mate, I'm out. Finally, the Greater Spire is being built.
It is, but I feel like there was an opportunity there for the Greater Spire to do a lot of damage. Now it's a little bit too late, so things are going to be slowing down here, and I do think that Erik is a little bit behind just because of the lack of bank that he had earlier. I feel like his army still needs to be refined. I say that finally he has a good amount of infestors out, and there is a lot of value to be had here, right? Again, once they show up, they can neural parasite, they can take control of those VCs, and the battle will can just swing into his favor.
Yeah, mate. Then Kelazhur is going to be very careful when he's going to engage the army in the next few minutes, and he's moving out, mate. He's moving out on the right side of the map. A lot of tanks, a lot of Hellbats and Cyclones.
Oh my god. No! Oh god! I think the drones were accidentally hotkeyed with the main army because an entire mirror line just went down.
17
no.
drones. So it's 17 drones just suicide over there, mate. That's not good.
No, not at all, mate. Oh god, Erik, you can't afford those losses.
Look, mate. Those larvas really wanted to be Zerglings, mate. But they were drones, but they were not, mate. I am what I decide to be.
Now they're dead, mate. That's what happens when you make that kind of decision.
Neuroparasite on a bunch of these battle cruisers. 3-4 are going to fall finally.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
the number of battle cruisers have been halved, but Kelazhur still have a lot of battle cruisers, mate.
Yeah, that was like a nice small win there for Erik. Like, he needed something like this. He's able to trade favorably, but I don't even know if that equalized the amount of drones that he just lost.
Probably not, but still, he needed to do that. And even better, he didn't lose a single infestor, I believe.
Exactly. Bold move, by the way. Erik, he is finally switching into Broodlords. I don't know if he has enough Corruptors. Like, there's still a good amount of VCs here. Like, he is like gambling a lot on the ability to mind control and neuroparasite these VCs.
We'll see, mate. We'll see. And to be honest, also Erik does not have very much room to do it. He's near max supply.
Yeah.
So what he has right now is what he's going to have basically for the rest of the engagements.
Exactly.
We have, let me see, 9 Broodlords, 13 Corruptors, and 6 Infestors. Is that going to be enough against 5 VCs?
We'll see, mate. We'll see. Thankfully, Kelazhur is spread thin. We have tanks here towards the north, tanks towards the south. Oh, but he scans the main army. He sees everything. Kelazhur is going to be repositioning, and Erik, he's on a bit of a timer here, but he's going for it.
Yeah, he's going for it. The fierce Broodlings are raining down. Tanks are forced to on siege and back off. And is Kelazhur going to respond? The answer is no, mate. Kelazhur is going to the other side of the map. He's going to trade.
Exactly, but again, BCs are kind of like Protoss. He can recall at any time. As the BCs come in, they're going to take out an entire base. A bunch of drones are going down as well. But at the same time, those Broodlords are doing so much work here. The Thor goes down, and the entire planetary falls as well.
Now the question is, this is like a game of chicken, mate. Who's going to be the first one to retire, to back off and defend?
I don't
and
like
the answer
this.
is Erik.
Yeah, so the Corruptors come home to defend. Again, the VCs, as soon as the Corruptors show up, they can teleport. They can teleport on top of these Broodlords and take them out. It's going to be all these Infestors to try and protect them.
We'll see. Oh, a lot of Corruptors just got Yamato, mate. I'm not sure if that Erik has enough Corruptors to defend this.
Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, he's making 13 Corruptors. They are just popping out, so they will be able to help defend. Meanwhile, Broodlords are still pushing forward here, taking out another base of Kelazhur.
I don't know if you noticed, but one BC died because of corrosive bile.
I got the edge of that. Meanwhile, we have a switch into Vikings. Vikings, a beautiful choice here, but they get biled. They get fungled.
Nice shots. He only kills one Viking, but enough to drive them back, and these Broodlords survive.
Yeah, exactly. And the Broodlords, they are turning around. The BCs finally got dealt with. They did deal a lot of damage, but what I was worried about, and thankfully, Erik, he was able to keep the majority of his Broodlords alive. But maybe I spoke too soon.
No, the roaches and the Ravagers.
Oh god, exactly. A bunch of them go down. Only 3 Broodlords remaining. Finally, the Corruptors come back to defend, and Erik should be able to safely, pivot away and come back home with his army. And honestly, decent damage was dealt, right? 2 planetaries went down, but Erik, he also sustained losses.
Look, I think at the end of the day, that was a better trade for Erik than it was for Kelazhur. Erik managed to destroy 3 CCs, 2 full mineral lines. Meanwhile, Kelazhur only destroyed 1 base, 1 mineral line, because after that, the VCs went straight into the main base and they found nothing. They actually found nothing.
Yeah, they just traded against Corruptors, which, I mean, sure, they got some value there, but no economic damage. Speaking of economic damage, 3 Hellbats and a Widowmine is all you need. No mining here to the top right. And what's a little bit concerning is that even though those bases went down, Kelazhur, he is so quick to replace them. We already have a CC here at the 6th base. We have the 7th base being taken as well by Kelazhur. Sure, they aren't planetary, so it's going to be easier to kind of siege these locations and take these bases out. But Kelazhur, like, he was so quick to replace them.
Yeah, man. Earlier on, when Kelazhur was maxed out, he was like, "I have a lot of money. What do I do?" And he built like 5 CCs in a row. So that is why he's able to replace them, because look, mate, look how many CCs there are.
It's disgusting.
That's a lot of mules.
That's a lot of mules. You can afford to lose some SCVs at this stage of the game. Meanwhile, that's also a very large commitment into Vikings. That's a lot of supply here in these Vikings. And, oh, never mind. I was about to say, you know what? If Erik didn't overcommit into Broodlords, maybe it's okay for him. But he remade those Broodlords. There's a lot of targets for those Vikings. At the same time, BC comes in and, oh god, there's still no mining here at the top right.
Yeah, mate. Every time a drone comes here, the army of Kelazhur just denies it. And yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. At this stage of the game, I have no idea who to root for, mate. Yeah. They are both so close. They are both doing a lot of damage versus each other, and they are both like switching tech like there's no tomorrow.
Mate, the Corruptors are not here. They went to deal with that BC. They are not here to protect the Broodlords. The Vikings are coming in, and sure, we have a couple of Fungals, but oh my god, even the Vipers are going down.
He needs to be careful. He's going to lose the investors.
Oh
no, the investors.
God.
The investors went down. The Broodlords went down. Mate, this is a disaster for Erik. 200 supply for Kelazhur, 135 for Erik.
Yeah, a small mistake, and that is it. The Corruptors, they're still not here, by the way. Kelazhur, he pulled Erik apart, still has plenty of Vikings, and Kelazhur, he just annihilated everything that Erik had.
Mate, I'm not sure if Erik can recover from this. Just look at the bank he has. He has no gas.
He has no gas, mate. He's going for a big lane run by. Sure, he can kill some SCVs. He could even kill a planetary. But at this stage of the game, it just doesn't even matter. Erik was doing so well keeping up with Kelazhur for this game, but towards the end, it just wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough, mate. And I think we're going to see GG any second now.
Yeah, exactly. He just wasn't ready for those run-bys. He was forced to split up his army. Again, if he had everything together with his Vipers and Infestors, Corruptors, and Broodlords, he definitely could have taken that fight, but he just wasn't ready for it. And now Kelazhur, he's not stopping. Even have some... the boys are even pulled here. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is the last stance of Erik, and yeah, GG, mate. GG, no, nothing more. 48 supply for Erik just left, and Erik, please don't do this.
He's doing what he can, mate. He's doing whatever he can, but yeah, it just isn't enough here. He rarely has any army to work with. As I quickly just check the units, because why the hell not? We have 1 lurker. We got 5 corruptors in the corner of the map. Got a couple of lings that are rushing across the map as well. Oh god, but I do think that Erik, he needs some time to process what just happened. It's such a rough, like, that's how rough StarCraft can be sometimes, right? Like, one moment, 200 supply versus 200 supply. Boom. In a minute, loses 70 supply, mate. Like, it just, GG.
GG. Kelazhur takes the second point in this best of 5 series, and mate, he's on match point. How do you feel?
Oh god, I mean, to be fair, I do think that Erik did play that game out very well. I do think that he had an army to contend against Kelazhur. It was just in that one moment he slipped up, and Kelazhur, he saw that, he took full advantage of that situation. So well played, Kelazhur. Erik, mate, to win this series, he needs to win 3 in a row.
Yeah, but I believe he can do it. If there's one player in this tournament that can do it, it is Erik.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, I apologize for not pointing it out earlier. I didn't find the time to, just because of how intense that game was. But thank you so much, Paolo. Shout out to Cats for giving us a raid. Thank you so much. It looks like maybe you were playing League of Legends. I'm not too sure. But regardless, thank you so much, Cats. We appreciate the raid. We appreciate the support. And so does the Latin American scene, the Brazilian scene specifically here, as we are having a bit of a DreamHack rematch with Kelazhur up against Erik.
Yeah, mate. 2-0. 2-0 so far. Can Erik bring it back? What do you think he has in store for us? No. This is your teammate. This is your player. Tell me that you have some like secret info that Erik has been practicing for.
So when it comes to Executor specifically, I'm honestly not too sure when it comes to specific builds. Obviously we know how he likes to play out this matchup, and I think we did see it here in Romanticide. We have also seen that he's been very aggressive, right? Game 1 and Game 2, he's been trying to do whatever he can with these Lings. Sometimes to great success, sometimes not so much. I'm a little bit concerned here coming into Game 3 because it seems like Erik feels pressured to deal damage early on to have a chance against Kelazhur. I don't know if that's necessarily accurate or not, but that's what he's going for anyway. And we're also seeing something else from Kelazhur. I'm talking a lot about Erik, but both games so far, Kelazhur has gone for mech. It feels like that's kind of how he's changed ever since DreamHack. DreamHack, he was playing a lot of bio, right? And I don't know if this is specifically for Erik or maybe in general in this matchup he prefers this. You know, Kelazhur is getting a little bit old, right? He's his hands aren't as fast as they used to be, so maybe he's just straight up switching to mech for this matchup.
This is why there's so many Protoss champions around now these days.
Oh,
look,
God.
I'm currently looking at Cosmos stream on my cell phone, and Erik, I think, is taking it very well. The game finished, and I saw Erik like with a big smile, like, oh yeah, screwed up. No issue.
That's good.
So he looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for shares in the chat. I blame Light for this loss.
For nada for shares in the chat. Oh God. But yeah, I hope everyone from Cats' stream, I hope they're enjoying themselves here. For a bit of context, because you may not know what this tournament is, this tournament is called Executor. It is run by the Brazilian community, by the Brazilian scene, for Brazilian players. And right now we are in the playoffs. We are in day 3. Today is not the finals. Today is the upper bracket finals, and then we go to the lower bracket. It is a double elimination tournament. !B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket on Wikipedia so you can see all the players competing here. And because this is double elimination, even though one of these players will lose and will fall, they will not be out of the tournament.
Yep, we're going to see them tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Whoever loses, we're going to see them tomorrow. Whoever wins, we're going to see them on Sunday. So watch out there, people. Check out social media when the next stream is going to happen, so you don't miss out on this tournament. Yeah.
Again, if you enjoyed our casting and if you want to follow this tournament, then yeah, follow the channel, follow us on social media to be notified for when we go live, as we are diving into game number 3, potentially the final game of the series.
Yes, welcome everyone to map number 3 in this best of 5 series, Blackburn, LA, my favorite map. Spawning here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the CranKy Duckling, currently down 0-2. Can he come back? It is Erik.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Brazilian Terran. He is red, representing Team Liquid. It is Kelazhur.
Blackburn, mate. One of the shortest map in distance. A good map to see some aggression. I think this is a good map. Look, we have seen 2 games in a row where Kelazhur open CC. I think this is a perfect map to Kelazhur to open Hellbat. You know how the Hellbat push of Kelazhur are deadly, incredibly deadly? This is the map to do it. I think Kelazhur can do it.
I agree. Again, this is a best of 5, so I was trying to think what the vetoes could have been. I imagine Erik, if he had to pick between one or the other, he probably vetoed Beckett Industries. That would make the most sense here. So Blackburn did make it through the veto process, and this is going to be a tough one. As you said, Terran can be very aggressive on this map. Not just Terran, Erik as well. So we'll see what Erik's plan here is.
Yes. Meanwhile, the openings are basically identical to the previous 2 games. Reaper expands for Kelazhur with that fast SCV scout, and Erik is opening with a hatch gas pull.
Yep. Very standard opening so far. This map is a lot shorter, so maybe Erik can get something a little bit more done with these links, but at the same time, he's been so aggressive with them both of these games where I don't know if he's going to be able to do so in game 3 here. Reaper already gets across the map, already gets into the middle line.
Oh man, I think this is the first time that Kelazhur Reaper has entered Erik's main base.
Oh god, that's the power of Blackburn, mate. Power of Blackburn. And because of this, he does force these links to stay at home, at least until the queen finally pops out.
Nice micro by both players. Kelazhur saved his Reapers, and Erik didn't lose a single Zerling. So the Zerlings are still alive, so they can defend this drone that is going to take his third base at a reasonable time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is probably the most standard opening we've seen from Erik. Tries to catch the Reaper, gets a bit of damage on it, almost gets it down, but Kelazhur's just too good. He's on it. Oh. But mate, we have 8 more links on the way.
Again, Erik trying to go for I'm going to say a quick run by, trying to delay the natural, do as much damage as possible. Meanwhile, on Kelazhur's base, mate, he's going for a fast start.
Yeah, once again, he's going for that faster CC build. Meanwhile, the links go across the map, but the Reaper was able to scout these links, so he's well aware. Ooh, even escapes the links. Kelazhur, please. And as a result, he should pull these workers away. He's still here at the natural, which is a little bit concerning. He may lose a couple of these SCVs.
Here come the Zerlings. The mule immediately targeted. And nice wall here for Kelazhur. The Zerlings will not be able to trade efficiently, and Erik's pulled back.
Yeah, and now we're seeing this is the same thing that Erik was trying to go for in game number 1. He is going for Burrow once again, and immediately off of this going into Roaches.
Yes, meanwhile for Kelazhur, finally something different for him. We are not seeing battle cruisers this map. We are seeing Banshees.
And part of me thinks that this is better. If we did see like a fusion core opening, you were talking about it, I believe, in game number 1. BCs, they take a long time to come out, like so much longer than Banshees. And this Roach Warren is a little bit earlier. So if Erik was aggressive, there will be Banshees out to defend, and Roaches aren't going to do too much against them.
Yeah, the question is how many Roaches is he going to do? And where are going to be the Banshees if that happens? So far, Erik has not built a single Roach. Okay, there we go. 10 Roaches immediately.
Yeah.
So not that Overlord finish.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the Banshee is coming across the map, so he may be able to, Kelazhur may be able to scout this push coming. Finally, the rest of the gases are being taken. I was like, yo, Erik, do you really want to be on one gas with all these Roaches? But the rest of the gases are on the way. Looks like Kelazhur, he wants to go maybe for some multi-front, but he does pull back with his Hellions because we do have a bit of a Ling run by.
Yeah, I mean, now, importantly, Erik sees the double engineering base on Erik now that Kelazhur is playing bio this game.
Exactly. Kelazhur breaking the wheel here, doing something completely unexpected, going for that bio play instead, as for the entire series he has been playing with mech.
Here come the Roaches, mate. Let's see how much can Erik do with this.
Yeah, how much can he do before the Banshee cleans all this up? Because the Banshee did turn around. It is coming back home, but there is only one Banshee, but it looks like it is just enough. The wall is too strong, and Erik does not get into the main, or into the natural.
I love it. I love the burrow. Now, either Kelazhur has to wait patiently until these units come out, or...
The wall! Oh my god. Well, yeah,
Erik is doing a fine trade here.
Yeah, he's trading so well here. He does get into the natural base. Sure, he won't be able to get into the mineral line, but as you said, like, he was able to kill a decent amount of those Hellions.
I totally forgot that when roaches burrow, they regenerate faster.
Oh yeah.
Like, look how quick that is. That is disgusting, mate. That is medieval level disgusting.
Medivacs are disgusting. I agree. As as Kelazhur is moving out here, looking to take down this Overlord behind this Erik. He has been droning up pretty heavily, trying to catch up in economy. Lair is on the way. Once that Lair finishes up, we'll see if he still commits to the roaches or if he tries to go into mutas again with that Spire.
I think he's committing to the roaches, mate. More roaches are being built. Roach build is also starting. And we're going trying to trade. At least he's getting a scan out of Kelazhur here.
Yeah, he gets a scan, gets an SCV, you know, trades whatever he can, even delayed the third CC with that borrowed Ling. Nicely done. And Erik, finally, I was waiting for the fourth base, and it is going to be at the gold location. Personally, I love that he's going for roaches first. Like, because Blackburn is so small, trying to go into mutas a little bit too quickly can just get you killed. Like, again, the Terran player can be so aggressive on this map. You need army units almost as fast as possible, as Kelazhur is getting ready for a drop.
Oh, here we go, mate. I don't think Erik has seen it until now. You see with his Overlord, the roaches that are popping out finally coming here. Yeah, I think that there's more than enough roaches to handle this.
Yeah, exactly. Some nice macro there as well, barely losing any roaches. Did lose a couple in the end, but at least Erik was able to push this drop away. Unfortunately, roach speed isn't done yet, so it takes a while for the roaches to really keep up with this drop. So Kelazhur getting even more damage, getting some creep tumors.
Hey, that is not stopping with the number of roaches. And the thing is, he's not going for anything else. He's just going full roach. He's not going for hydras. He's not going for bailings or serlings or anything. He's just going full roach. He's not even making ravagers.
Yeah, this is the Erik we know and love, and to be fair, we should see some Ravagers once he decides to push out across the map and counterattack. Like, Ravagers are ideal here, especially against these siege tanks. Finally, there we go. Hydrogen is on the way. Erik, I'm sure when it comes to the later stage of the game, he wants to go into lurkers, but oh, this is a massive Doom drop coming into the main.
Yeah, 4 full medivacs of Marines, mate. That is 8 for 4, 32. 32 Marines, all with steam, all with medivacs. This is going to be a lot of damage, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of DPS.
The Marines are here. Immediately, one of the Queens gets focused down. Thankfully, the Roaches do come in to help defend, and they do just barely push this drop away.
And I'm not sure what can Erik do to prevent all these drops that are going to happen, because the moment that Erik walks out, these drops are going in and they're going to destroy everything.
Yeah, that's the downside of Erik's composition, is he doesn't have a lot of anti-air, right? He doesn't have a lot that can really stop these medevacs, because anytime they fight Kelazhur, he just picks up all these Marines. But Erik is working on it. He is working on his infestors. He is looking to fungal and eventually bile down those medevacs. On top of that, he does have his Hydroden. To be fair, he doesn't really want to make too many Hydras. Any Hydras he does make, he does want to morph them into lurkers. It's on the way. But Erik, he has done a pretty good job defending. He hasn't lost too many workers, but maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, the gold is free, mate. 8 workers immediately go down, 9 workers and 1 queen.
And the biles, they miss as well. They do not find any connections that drop heads towards the top left-hand side of the map as well. Erik losing. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I cannot believe Kelazhur did not dodge that. I cannot believe he lost 1 full medivac of Marines, and yeah, not a good loss that you wanna do. Exactly. Especially because he did it so good so far.
Exactly, mate. Who needs infestors? Who needs fungals, mate? When you're Erik and you just have biles and you just eyeball it, mate.
Here come poor Serlings going into the grinder.
Yeah, exactly. What's important though, they force a scan, not just that, but he scouts the army that was just about to push out across the map. At the same time, the drop comes back. Again, no mining here at the gold base. This is really hurting Erik's economy, but no reaction from Kelazhur. He does lose the drop, but now here we go. The tanks, the bio is coming across the map. Are the infestors ready? Oh, the Vipers! No, not again! Vipers, please!
Luckily, the army of Kelazhur was not ahead enough to snipe the Vipers, so far so good. But yeah, mate, Kelazhur has taken a stand. He has taken the siege position, and now he's going to threaten Erik's gear.
Yeah, exactly. Erik, he's waiting for the money shot. He's waiting to get a little bit more energy so he can throw down the fungals. He can throw down some parasitic bombs if he needs to, even some blinding clouds.
Nice fungals on that army that was trying to sneak away.
Oh god, exactly. And here comes
so radar. Here comes the engagement.
Yeah,
blinding clouds over the tanks.
Some nice blinding clouds there, but the blinding cloud does run out, and I don't know if there's just enough Roach Ravager to really clean this up. Oh god.
I cannot believe that Marine's still alive.
Right, we saw the Marine fighting the Queen earlier. I'm like, yo, the Queen's got this. Apparently not, mate. Apparently the Liberator showed up, so everything, so I mean, there's no mining there whatsoever. A couple of piles are connecting, but only one tank goes down, and I was about to say, where are the Ravagers? There they are.
20 Ravagers, that's a lot of Ravagers in one go, mate. Now he's going to engage more blinding clouds over the tanks, and the Ravagers are going to finish this off finally.
Yeah, exactly. The biles are going to be connecting, but what's a little bit concerning, as I mean, the fungals land as well. Erik is going to trade beautifully here, but the Marines did get into the natural base. More drones are going down.
So Kelazhur is doing an amazing job with this bio, mate. All of the Ravagers went down, mate. All those 20 Ravagers dead. And what does Erik have to defend now?
Yeah, nothing, mate. He's got two infestors with no energy. He's got Vipers that are killing his own gold base here. And I think that is all she wrote. There's too much here as the bio of Kelazhur stims on forward. A couple of roaches are coming out, and sure, they can clean this up. But Erik, his economic situation is looking so bad here. He just lost 2 bases.
Yeah, 97 supply versus 179. Even if Erik can defend this, there's a lot of reinforcements coming from Kelazhur to the other side of the map.
Exactly, the rally is not stopping. This is the power of Blackburn here. These pushes are just so strong from Terran players. And Erik, he tried his best to hold on, but it was not enough here. Oh god, still no mining here at the top left. Erik's basically on 2 bases at this point.
That Liberator, mate, has killed 25 units.
That's disgusting. That's... Oh god, and I do think it was a very good choice for Kelazhur to go for bio here on Blackburn. As we see, it can make wonders happen here. And sure, there are a couple of Ravagers on the way for Erik, but I don't think it's gonna be enough, mate.
It's definitely not going to be enough. 25 army supply for Erik, 123 for Kelazhur, mate. I think when you see those kind of numbers, there's not much you can do.
Exactly. Erik, he did get a couple of good fungals, but sorry, a couple of good Ravagers. Oh god. Kelazhur consoling Erik a little bit there. But it's too much, mate. It's too much. Aye.
I think Erik is still...
Oh god. It looks like it's gonna be GG. It was a Luke, mate. Oh god.
And GG, and Kelazhur retakes the title as the best player in Brazil.
GG. 3-0 there by Kelazhur. But, mate, we all know that this tournament is double limb, and we all know that Erik, he was just keeping his real builds hidden for the grand finals.
Yeah, mate, keep telling yourself that.
GG. And that's the rough thing about these longer series, is that despite what doesn't matter what you veto, mate, you're gonna get Blackburn or Beckett, and you have to come in here with a plan. Going for Roach Ravager, I think that can work really well on Romanticide. On Blackburn though, I think you can struggle a little bit. Like I like, oh god, we saw how much damage those drops were doing. We saw how many times that gold base lost all its workers, right? Imagine if that didn't happen. I do think that Erik would have had a good enough economy to defend and hold and not die then and there. But like, again, Kelazhur was really abusing how small the map was, the lack of anti-air as well. Like, Erik was struggling there on Blackburn.
Mate, I'm looking at Cosmos stream right now with the webcams on, and even though Erik is getting his ass kicked, he's smiling the whole way.
Oh, I mean, they're good friends. Like, even though we saw some profanity in the chat there, again, unfortunately, we probably should get the player cams. Erik, he was laughing the entire time. So was Kelazhur. They're both having a good time. I do recommend everyone checking out Cosmos's channel because he does have player cams on. We're gonna try and set up player cams for day number 2, but yeah, good friends.